A long time ago, a famine swept across the land of Canaan. Jacob, a patriarch of faith, heard whispers of grain in Egypt. He sent his sons, 10 brave men, to secure food for their families. These sons, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, journeyed with hope in their hearts. Little did they know, this journey would forever alter their destiny and the destiny of their descendants. In Egypt, they encountered Joseph, their long-lost brother, who had risen to a position of power. Joseph, guided by God, welcomed his brothers and their families into Egypt. With open arms, he offered them the fertile land of Goshen, a place where they could thrive. This marked the beginning of the Israelites' sojourn in Egypt. Time passed, and the Israelites flourished in Goshen. Their families grew, their flocks multiplied, and their land overflowed with abundance. The memory of the famine faded as they built new lives under the protection of Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt. Generations came and went, each knowing Egypt as their home. The descendants of Jacob's sons multiplied, becoming a large and vibrant community. Their tents filled Goshen, their laughter echoed across the land, and their presence became woven into the tapestry of Egyptian life. They honored the covenant made with their forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, keeping their faith alive in a foreign land. Years turned into decades, and decades into centuries. The Pharaoh who knew Joseph, who welcomed the Israelites with open arms, passed away. A new Pharaoh, one who did not remember Joseph or the kindness shown to his people, ascended to the throne of Egypt. He looked upon the Israelites not with respect, but with suspicion and fear. The Israelites, once welcomed guests, were now viewed as a threat. Their numbers had grown so vast that the Pharaoh feared they would become more powerful than his own people. He saw them as a threat to his power, a force that could potentially rise against him. This fear festered in his heart, poisoning his thoughts and dictating his actions. Section 4. Suffering under the yoke of oppression. Driven by paranoia, Pharaoh devised a wicked plan to suppress the burgeoning Israelite population. He enslaved them, forcing them to labor on his monumental building projects. The Israelites, once shepherds and farmers, were now subjected to backbreaking toil under the scorching Egyptian sun. They built cities for Pharaoh, Pithom, and Ramses, their sweat and tears mixing with the mortar of their oppression. Their lives, once filled with freedom and prosperity, were now shackled by chains of forced labor. Every brick they laid, every stone they quarried, was a testament to their suffering. Yet, even in the face of such cruelty, their faith in God, the God of their forefathers, remained unbroken. Section 5. Courage in the midst of cruelty. Pharaoh's cruelty knew no bounds. He decreed that all Hebrew baby boys should be killed at birth, a desperate attempt to curb the growth of the Israelite population. It was during this dark period that 2 brave midwives, Shiphrah and Puah, emerged as beacons of hope and defiance. They feared God more than they feared Pharaoh. These courageous women disobeyed Pharaoh's inhumane orders, choosing to protect innocent life. They could not bring themselves to commit such an atrocity. They stood as a testament to the strength of the human spirit, even in the face of unimaginable pressure. Section 6. The unbreakable spirit of Israel. Despite the suffering inflicted upon them, the Israelites continued to multiply. Their faith, like a flame in the darkness, refused to be extinguished. Pharaoh's attempts to break their spirit only served to strengthen their resolve. Their suffering, though unbearable, would become a crucible, forging within them a deep longing for deliverance and a homeland of their own. The story of the Israelites in Egypt is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the unyielding strength of the human spirit. It is a story of suffering, yes, but more importantly, it is a story of hope, resilience, and the unwavering belief in a God who hears the cries of the oppressed and promises deliverance in his time.